You can still buy a house in America for what most people spend on a used car. Not a shed, an actual house, with walls and neighbors who probably won't steal your catalytic converter. Here's what nobody's telling you. While the country's trapped in bidding wars, towns are selling real estate for prices that sound like typos. But cheap doesn't mean simple. Sometimes it's a former factory town with fiber internet. Other times, your nearest hospital is an hour away. We're counting down 10 towns where home prices are suspiciously low. By the end, you'll either be Googling moving trucks or thanking whatever you believe in. Hit like so YouTube thinks I'm relevant. Subscribe because you might need an escape plan someday. Number 10, Cairo, Illinois. Rent a house for less than your phone bill. There's a reason. Cairo sits where the Mississippi and Ohio rivers meet. Sounds romantic until you realize it's where economic decline meets population exodus. Peaked at 15,000 in 1920. Today, 1,700 remain. Numbers: median home $35,000. Cost of living 40% below average. Nearest target 45 minutes. Half downtown boarded up. Why cheap? Decades of population loss. Jobs barely exist, government work or commuting to Kentucky. Infrastructure crumbles. Lifestyle: humid mornings, rivers glisten. Historic buildings with peeling paint line empty streets. One car passes, driver waves. Peaceful, like abandoned amusement parks are peaceful. Trade-off: own property cheaply. Social life is Facebook arguments. Mortgage beats streaming costs, but you're the only person under 50 for blocks. One resident: living in Cairo is like being last at a party that ended in 1985. Would you buy 3 houses for 1 San Francisco parking space? Number 9, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Houses for $45,000 where bulletproof vests seem like reasonable housewarming gifts. Former cotton and railroad town, 45 minutes south of Little Rock. Seen better centuries. Numbers: median home $60,000. Some under $40,000. Cost of living 30% below average. Reality: crime is severe. Pine Bluff ranks among America's most dangerous. Violent crime over 3 times national average. FBI statistics, not fear-mongering. Jobs: weak. Unemployment 6% plus. Major employers left. Population dropped by half since the 1980s. Community: people with deep roots love it. Leaders work on revitalization. Progress is slow, conditions tough. Picture: buy a house for vacation money. Has a yard, decent bones. Install cameras, garage cars, and no neighbors for safety, not community. Long-time resident: Pine Bluff is home, my home. But I can't pretend it's safe or thriving. For people with deep ties or nerves of steel. Number 8, Gary, Indiana. Buy multiple houses for a Tesla. Whether you'd want to is different. Built by U.S. Steel in 1906. Peak 175,000. Today, 70,000. Large sections are abandoned. Numbers: median $70,000. Properties sell under $20,000. Cost of living is low, but so is everything. Services, employment, hope. Crime: extreme. Among America's most dangerous. Violent crime is astronomical. Murder rates rivaling war zones. Statistical fact: jobs barely exist locally. Most commute to Chicago, 45 minutes. Whole neighborhoods reverted to prairie. Why mention it? A cautionary tale about industry leaving with no replacement. But home to people, elderly, poor, living generations here with nowhere else to go. Reality: own property for almost nothing, but inherit decades of disinvestment, contamination, and collapse. Affordability without infrastructure. One resident: Gary raised me. My kids are here. Grandkids want to leave. Can't blame them. Rock bottom prices signal rock bottom conditions. Number 7, Flint, Michigan. Famous for the water crisis. Less known: houses are cheaper than used cars, where some make it work. Yes, that Flint. But beneath headlines is a complicated reality. A city standing, inhabited, fighting. Numbers: median $55,000, many under $30,000. Cost of living 26% below average. Challenges: crime is 3 times the national average. Infrastructure issues beyond water, roads, schools need investment. Jobs weak, healthcare primary. Why include? 80,000 people live here. Didn't abandon ship. Some are stuck, others are choosing rebuild. Artists, activists, and entrepreneurs are creating renewal pockets. Invisible cost. Water is technically safe after replacement, but trust is permanently damaged. Living somewhere synonymous with governmental failure. Picture: buy a house for $25,000. Renovate slowly. Neighbors help. Mutual aid from necessity. Space, potential, and stories make suburban people uncomfortable. Not easy, but real and yours. One resident: Flint broke my heart, but it's home. I'm not leaving. More complicated than any listing captures. Number 6. Youngstown, Ohio, houses $45,000, where you inherit 50 years of deindustrialization trauma. Steel powerhouse once, mills closed 70s, 80s. The city lost half its population. Figuring out what comes after industry. Numbers: median $68,000, many under $40,000. Cost of living 24% below average. Rent under $700 for 2 bedrooms. Crime high. Violent crime is 2x the national average. Property crime elevated. Some neighborhoods are stabilizing, others are challenging. Jobs weak. Healthcare and education mostly. Median income $36,000. Survive, but building wealth takes extraordinary effort. Interesting. Scrappy arts scene, major university, Youngstown State. Residents fiercely proud. Downtown development investment is happening. Morning. Quiet in a brick home costing less than credit card debt. Train in distance. Industrial glory reminder. Neighbor waves. Life is simple, slow, peaceful, and melancholic. Not building empires, just existing affordably. One local. Youngstown's a survivor. Not thriving, not dying, just surviving with attitude. For people comfortable with complexity, low costs, high character, economic struggle. Number 5. Brownsville, Texas. Houses $110,000 with year-round sunshine and never experiencing winter, wanted or not. Texas's southern tip, across from Mexico. Border city with a distinct flavor. Heavily Hispanic, bilingual. Numbers: median $145,000. Cost of living 19% below average. Rent $950, 2 bedrooms. Jobs: retail, healthcare, education, cross-border trade. Climate: subtropical, hot. Summers routinely reach 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Winter is what others call fall. Hate cold? Paradise. Hate heat? Hell. Crime: moderate but media misrepresented. Actual rates are lower than those in many Texas cities. Challenge: median income $46,000, limited job diversity. What nobody says: culturally rich. Food incredible, authentic Mexican everywhere. Community tight-knit. Beaches close. Career growth is limited. Evening: warm January, outside comfortably in shorts while northern friends shovel. Palm trees sway. Someone grills carne asada. Mortgage manageable, stress low, life relaxed. Trade-off: career limitations. One resident. Brownsville's cheap, warm, welcoming. Don't expect riches or target past 10 p.m. Number 4. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Houses $170,000 in Indiana's second largest city, where you actually have things to do. Shockingly rare. About 270,000 residents. Legitimate small city with amenities, museums, parks, restaurants, functioning downtown. A Rust Belt city that adapted. Numbers: median $185,000. Cost of living 10% below average. Rent $1,000, 2 bedrooms. Jobs diverse: manufacturing, healthcare, insurance, logistics. Unemployment is typically below the national rate. Crime, moderate, concentrated areas. Most neighborhoods are safe and family-friendly. Schools, decent. Infrastructure, solid. Weather, standard Midwest, cold winters, humid summers, annoying snow. City actually plows streets. Underrated, legitimate culture, symphony, theater, minor league baseball, festivals. Not exciting but functional, pleasant. Fall Saturday, kids to the zoo, lunch at the brewery, farmer's market. Nice 3-bedroom safe neighborhood. Mortgage under $1,200. Life is stable, predictable, and quietly satisfying. Not impressing parties, but not worried about crime or collapse. One resident. Fort Wayne is boring in the best way. Nothing dramatic happens, that's the point. Most normal city boring and brilliant. Number 3. Pueblo, Colorado, houses $220,000 in Colorado, where Denver people look at you like you bought Mars property. 2 hours south of Denver. Colorado's affordable alternative. Emphasis alternative. Rocky Mountain views without prices. Numbers. Median $235,000. Cost of living 10% below average. Cheap for Colorado. Rent $1,100 2 bedrooms. Jobs, healthcare, education, steel, and regional government. Crime, high for Colorado. Violent crime 80% above national. Some neighborhoods are fine, others less. Grittiest Colorado place. Weather, intense. 300 sunshine days means relentless heat, no rain. Summers hit 100 degrees Fahrenheit regularly. Wind, constant. Winters are cold but dry. Positive. Outdoor recreation access is excellent. Mountains close. Cheapest Colorado real estate with amenities. Surprising food scene, cultural pride. Trade. Charm, culture, backyard. But a confusing street grid and a skyline disappearing in fog. A few U.S. cities where you can afford to live with money left to furnish. One resident. Pueblo gets mocked by Denver snobs who couldn't afford downtown anyway. Number 2. Memphis, Tennessee, houses $118,000, where one doesn't explode in rain, unlike used Teslas. Rock and roll birthplace, rib paradise. Home prices so low, Zillow might ask if you're joking. Numbers. Median $118,000. Cost of living 17% below average. Rent under $1,000 2 bedrooms. Jobs, logistics, healthcare, FedEx headquarters. Crime, high. Maybe keep Amazon packages at a friend's house, high. Twist, Memphis has soul. The music scene is rich. Food is criminally good. And some actual crime. But affordable neighborhoods packed with character, history, and neighbors talking. Living, gamble, not blind. Trade glam for grit. Cool with humid summers, rusty AC, drivers treating red lights like suggestions. Build equity instead of burning rent. Drivers, Grand Theft Auto, but nobody wears seatbelts and everyone thinks turn signals are rumors. Saw someone doing donuts in the Walmart lot while a cop waved. Houses are cheap, music is free, but tires might not be. Number 1. Detroit, Michigan. Literally buy houses for $1. Real homes for less than Fiji water. Motor City. Once a global horsepower hub, now blocks are priced like vending snacks. But beneath ghost headlines is pulse. Weird, gritty, defiant. Numbers. Median $66,000. Cost of living 30% below average. Rent roughly $950, decent 2 beds. Crime is still rough, the highest violent crime rates nationally. Upside, major investment in tech, mobility, and real estate downtown. Detroit's not dead. Third reboot, gritty Netflix series changing actors. Downtown, huge facelift. Tech startups, trendy lofts, boutique coffee shops. 2 blocks over, Fallout 4. Emotional math. Backyard, garage, basement freedom, but might need window bars, backup generator. Feel rich until Wi-Fi cuts because someone stole copper. But if bold, scrappy, don't care what in-laws think, Detroit could be the hustle capital. Roads, not driving, dodging rolling between potholes. Saw Prius disappear, gone. Want Atlantis? Check the I-94 spring thaw. Picture, buy a home for $5K. Paint, plant tomatoes. Air smells like old records, grilled kielbasa. Bike past murals, Motown blasting. Feel like a pioneer until raccoon size of bulldog chases you. One local. Detroit's like dating someone in therapy. Not okay, but working on it. 10 towns where housing is dirt cheap and complications are buy one, get 3 free. Pattern nobody talks about. Affordable housing in America usually means something broke: economy, industry, infrastructure, or all three. These aren't hidden gems. They're places left behind, either clawing back or quietly accepting fate. But another truth, for some people, these work. Retirees stretching income. Remote workers earn anywhere. Artists needing space. People value ownership over amenities. Not settling, optimizing for different variables. Real question isn't, why so cheap? It's, what am I willing to trade for affordability? Safety for savings? Equity career? Excitement for stability? No perfect answer, just honest trade-offs. If this changed how you think about housing, hit subscribe. The gap between what America costs and what Americans earn keeps growing. Knowing options, even weird ones, might matter someday. Considering these places? Do homework. Visit first. Talk to real residents, not just agents. Check crime maps, job listings, and whether your neighborhood has working streetlights. Cheap housing is easy. Cheap housing worth living in? That takes research. Now go make questionable real estate decisions. Or don't. I'm not your financial advisor. See you next time.